Because I'm not about to go on a game show to find love.
Proposing to a guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it.
And he was talking about like the soft man era.
The women are like really stepping up to the plate now.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to Dorm 101 Podcast, the podcast that has everything and nothing to do about college. Of course, I am your girl, Maya Gittins, and I'm here with my roommate, of course, Victoria. And, in the club with my twin, we be vibing, or whatever. But, no, we were just doing a little chat. I'm not gonna lie, Love Island has been on my mind, like, right in the back every time I watch it, especially the UK. I'm like, oh my God, now I'm gonna be like...
What season of UK?
My favorite one is the one that just passed.
Okay. That's the only one that I've seen of Love Island.
Really? I like that, and I like the one with Sammy. I don't know the guy's name, but they won, and they actually recently engaged. Congrats. But
okay.
Even though I don't know. Yeah,
good.
they're actually
okay, because a lot of people from Love Island like break up right after.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but I've watched the US one, and then I only watched that one season
really?
of UK.
My favorite one is that one with Sammy and then Whitney. The black girl,
okay.
She's black, and I don't know what her boyfriend is, but I think they're still together too.
Oh,
India, good. I like that one. There's a few Love Islands seasons.
Have you watched US?
I did the one with Selly.
Okay.
That was the one I watched. Yeah.
That was what, the second season, right?
Yeah, that was like the ultimate one. Everybody was like, like in for, and then none of those relationships worked.
Yeah,
none of them coming out of that.
Was crazy. Even like the ending towards it of like what happened with Caleb and
and I was like, see, this is exactly why I like. But the UK is better.
People go on there for the money.
Yeah, I would too. Shit. I mean, hey. I mean, at that point, I'm like.
I know, but it's so messed up because people go on
there for love. Too bad.
Oh my God.
Not too bad, but like.
We know what she's in it for. She going.
Yeah, I'm going for the money because, I mean, hey, like. Because I'm not about to go on a game show to find love. Like, I'm just.
But you know what? People don't think about, like, when they go on the show, you guys are all from different states.
Yeah.
Like, is it really going to last?
Like, that means I got to move or you got to move. We got to see if it's... I'm not a long-distance person, so I'm not doing it.
Right.
So I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But if I'm ever on there, y'all know that I'm there for the money, so...
Oh, my God. You think these two are still together?
Who?
Did you see the one with... I think her name was Zeta. And this... I forgot his name.
Zeta?
Yeah.
Her name is Zeta?
Yes. She was from the UK, and he was from New York. I forgot his name.
I know.
You didn't see that season? Damn. Okay.
I don't remember.
But I was like, I wonder if they worked out.
There's a few couples that I'm like, I'm happy that they worked out. But hey, it is what it is. But as we are recording this, y'all, it is prom season, or like the ending of prom season. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, these like new graduating classes like of high school, y'all been stepping out. Like, this is giving like
no, they
Met
be going
Gala.
hard. Yeah, Met Gala for sure. They be going hard.
It gives Met Gala. It gives like.
But I'm also tired of like. I feel like some of these dresses look the same. Like it's the same type of like print and like just different colors.
Yeah,
and, like, different kind of styles.
See, you know what's crazy? For my prom, I went my junior year and my senior year, I think. Don't quote me, but neither one of them I didn't design a dress. I just went to go buy one, and that was it. Like I wanted to go to prom or whatever, and it was fun, but I don't know, it just wasn't like. Here's the thing: in North Carolina, certain schools, like, you could tell, like, is a fashion statement. Like, if you're going to a certain high school, you know, like, when you got to step out. Like, the high school I was going to, ain't nobody was really stepping out like that.
Okay.
But if you're going to, like, Mallard Creek, like, schools like that, you knew your dress had to be custom made, like, to the T. So imagine, like, Atlanta, like, those, girl...
They be having the red carpet come out their house. They be having the Rolls Royce pull up.
Like the promposals. I'm not gonna lie, people were stepping out for promposals. Like, you know what I'm actually happy about? I'm actually happy about all the guys that really like stepped up to the plate this year, even though like they're in high school or whatever. Yeah. But there was a lot of high schoolers I felt like I even saw on like social media that stepped up to the plate this year and was like not embarrassed to do a prom proposal. Yeah. And I found out to be so interesting, and like I love that because I'm like, oh yes, like not the men are menning, but like I guess the boy, like the young men are menning, like boying, I don't know, but they're doing what like girls want. Like girls want the prom proposals or whatever the case may be. Like you want to feel like good, flattering.
No, yeah. I used to always want that, like
same.
with the sign and everything.
I had it kind of, so it was fun. It was cool, and I was like, oh, but like I was in a relationship, so like it was like expected, but we weren't originally gonna go, but then like we wind up going. But it was fun. I actually I don't know if you saw it, but on like the topic of men, damn, I knew we were gonna get there, but like Jalen, no, I don't know his last name is Noble, the one that dates Monet. He went on a podcast called Don't Trip. Love their podcast. And he was talking about like the soft man era.
Yeah.
And he was like, he doesn't see it as like an era. He just sees it as like kind of like a spectrum, like hard man to soft man, and like in the like, you know.
Yeah.
And he made a great point because he was talking about like just the idea that people have, like if you choose to be this like tough guy, like that's what you choose to be. But he feels like being a soft man is just not fully about like just being soft or like being under somebody. It's literally about like being able to also do self-care. And I was like, I never really thought of that, because, you know, we talk about the soft girl era, and that's basically what a soft girl era is for us. But when you look at a soft man era, it's like, oh, he's just being a, you know,
like a lover boy.
Yeah, a lover boy or whatever.
Yeah, that's completely true too.
It was cool.
Girls, we take it as like, oh, we need to like heal ourselves and stuff. And guys kind of just take it as like, oh, I'm a lover. I'm in
my lover boy season. He kind of explained. He was like, no, he was like, you know, like I do things for myself. I go get my nails done. Like I go do things for myself.
I love men that do that though. I've met men that are like, I don't like doing that. Like that's not me. I'm a man. Like why am I painting my nails? It's like, it's not about painting your nails.
I didn't ask
it's
you to paint
about
it.
Cleaning your nails. And
like
you have a little gloss to it.
There should be no reason. And I say the first thing, if a man talks to me, if you walk up to me, the first thing that I'm looking at, besides what your fit is, what you look like, I'm looking at your nails.
Right.
That is the first, like, I say hi and I'm looking at your finger, like I'm looking at your hands, because like if your hands have like dirt all under them and like things like that, like even when my nails aren't done, they're still clean. So if your nails are like not clean and they're dirty, and I literally like have to like go under all the time, and like no, it's not happening. Or like I call them nubs, like, you know, when like they have like, I guess nubs, I don't know how else to explain it, but like I don't like that either. Like, and I was actually talking to somebody the other day, and we were like, he was explaining to me, he was like, it's crazy how girls can tell men like more what they don't like than what they actually like. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I know what I like, but it's just easier to it's easier for me to be like, oh, I don't like this, because I've been in an experience where I'm like, oh, I don't want a man like that.
Yeah, I spoke to guys too before where they're like, they hate that like girls say like, oh, I got an ick from that. Because we get like small icks like for little things, and then it's like we dub them. I mean, I guess.
I mean, I just feel like,
but guys probably get icks too. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like if you're a guy, like that's a good question actually. If you're a guy, what icks? Like, what's your biggest ick in a female? Because for me, like for a guy, like I have to experience the ick for it to be an ick. Like, I'm personally not a clingy person in the beginning. I've met guys who like are like very clingy, like headstrong, like first.
But I feel like those are things that like you don't like. Like that's something that's like, oh, I don't want that in a man. But like what's like an ick that like they do something and it's not really something that like you could like dub them for, but like you'll be like, oh, like I don't like that he did that. Like I got like the ick from that. Like for me, like I don't want to see your butt crack.
Well, I shouldn't see your butt crack at all. Like I don't like sagging.
Okay, that's a ick.
I don't like sagging.
That's a ick.
Like put a belt on. What the fuck you buy?
I don't like that either.
What did you buy the pants for? Why'd you buy it big if you were gonna sag?
Yeah, I remember when, like, all right, so like I would say like 2010s and stuff. Like that was like a thing. That was a big trend. Like guys to sag their pants, and my like parents used to always tell me like, don't bring home anyone that's sagging their pants or whatever. But I'm like, that's the style though. Yeah. But now I look at it now and I'm like, that's an ick. Like I wouldn't want to bring home somebody that sags
because like
their
as
pants.
soon as you get up, I'm gonna see your underwear.
Yeah.
Like I had a guy who like, I don't know, I think I dropped him off.
And the boxes be tight. Boxers be tight.
I had a guy, like, he was a friend.
Out.
Yes, he was a friend, and he was like, oh, can I get a ride? Like, can you give me a ride somewhere? And I was like, okay, cool. So I gave him a ride, and he had on, like, pants or whatever. And he gets up out of the car, and I look, and it's just like his ass crack, and his underwear, and his jeans. I'm like, why don't you have a belt on?
Right.
He's like, oh, my bad, and pulling him up. I was like,
no.
No.
It's one thing to see, like, the crack. I hate when people go to the crack.
Bro, it's bad.
Bare butt cheeks out.
I'm be like,
why is your pants down that much?
Yes. I'm like, bro. And you know what's crazy? Also, how can you sag with sweatpants? Like, come on. I've seen people do that, and I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, sweatpants? Yeah. But to each his own. But I just feel like, I don't know, like, a part of me be like, oh, I want a relationship, I want to be with somebody, and stuff like that. And I do, like, I want to eventually, like, be in a relationship and stuff. But I feel like even now, like, where I am in life, whenever I talk to guys, I'm always thinking about, like, not what we could be, just, like, where are you in life right now? And is this gonna, can we grow together, basically? Like, yeah. If I'm telling you, oh, like, I have this plan, and you're like, oh, well, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I don't feel like I can grow with you because you don't even have anything in place to where I could help you grow. Mm-hmm. Like, I talked to somebody in the past, and, you know, I knew he was into fashion and stuff like that, and I was, like, very much so adamant on pushing him to do something.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
No, I'm not.
We're not doing this.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
We're not doing this. But change the topic now.
Oh my god. Okay, look, scratch that. Okay. Let me think of somebody else. So, there was nobody else really. Okay. Okay, can I say like an imagine? Well, no, because it'll be obvious. No. Okay, scratch it. Damn.
Scratch. Cut the cameras. We're gonna cut this completely out.
No, so I've been in like past or like talking to people or whatever where like they'll explain to me like, oh, I want to talk to you. Cool. But then, you know, I feel like for women and even men, like we are looking for somebody that we can like grow with and actually have something with. And there's some people out there that's like, oh, like, no, I'm just here to have fun. Mm-hmm. And sometimes like people are on that type of time, but I feel like even now it's like, oh, I want to see if we could grow together or could have something. And it's like if you're coming to me and you're like, well, I really don't have anything planned.
I don't know why, but I feel like in this generation now, the women are like really stepping up to the plate now.
Oh yeah,
and are the breadwinners.
Yeah.
And the men are kind of lazy now.
Yeah. But it's crazy because, like, I wouldn't... If I'm not going to lie, and I feel like this is going to be such a controversial topic or, like, question, but I feel like I'm low-key okay if I'm the breadwinner and my husband is, like, more of, like, a stay-at-home dad. Like, he has a job.
Yeah.
But, like, he takes care of the kids and I make the money. Like, I'm not opposed to it, but to a certain extent.
You're not opposed to it, but a lot of men get insecure about that.
Yeah, I mean, as a man, I would too. Like, you're at home and your wife is outside. Because they look at, like,
obviously the standards are, like, society standards is, like, oh, the man is supposed to be a provider.
That is true.
So, like, obviously it gets to men's heads and like, oh, like, my girl's making more money than me.
He can have a job, but hopefully I would hope that, like, if he has a job, that we could, like build a business together type of thing where, like, you know, you'll have your job, but I, you know, have had this in the past or whatever, and we could build on this, blah, blah, blah. Like, even this, like, I'm trying, like, we want to progress this and have this in the future to where, like, not only are we a podcast, but, like, we're starting to do live where we're going to schools and talking to kids and, like, make that a part of, like, the actual, like, podcast where we're not in the studio. We're literally, like, answering questions from kids, you know? Yeah. So it's like when this, you know, moves forward and starts to progress and stuff and having the opportunity to do more, I've had it since I was 22, 23 years old. So, like, it's, you know, it's not really something that is like, oh, like, she's the breadwinner or whatever, but it's more so like, oh, like, I'll bring you into this in a way where, like, you can help or whatever, make money, but also build something on top of that to where like now we have a business together like on the side or whatever. I don't know honestly if I want to date another entrepreneur. I feel like I would, because I feel like we would like grind together, like somebody who like basically like wants to do stuff, wants to travel. Me and Brianna
I guess
were talking
you
about
could
this.
look at like Beyonce and Jay-Z like that. They're both entrepreneurs.
Yeah, but yeah, that is true.
Yeah, like they work really hard.
I don't know why you saying they work really hard. Like I don't know why that was like okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I would definitely like want to be with another entrepreneur, like another person that understands the influence community. But I'm also not opposed to somebody working a 9-to-5, because then like we can like when I get home, like we can talk about different things because you don't have the same job, or like you know you're not in the same like realm as I am. I feel like that's fine. Like I'm okay with that. I'm not opposed to it, but I mean, but we literally started talking about prom. I just realized that. I am so sorry. I literally went to men because I had that in my mind about Jalen, and I was like, oh shoot, he did say that. But no, I really think going back to like the whole like prom thing and seeing how these younger men are actually taking the time to like, you know, put something up for the girls and like, you know, do their thing and stuff like that. Like I think on that aspect of like the younger generation, I think that they're just starting to like understand and kind of like grow on that aspect of like, you know, women do deserve to be treated good or better or whatever. And we do, like men do too. Like I'm not going to sit here and be like, men don't deserve shit, because they do. They deserve just as much as women do. And you know, maybe they deserve to be sassy a little bit.
How do you feel about girls proposing?
I don't think women should propose. I mean, that's just, listen, in the Bible it says a man who finds a woman finds a wife, not the other way around. So that's just how I look at it. But also I just feel like from a man's point, I feel like it would just be like intimidating for for a girl to like propose to you. Yeah. Like I feel like it'll be like I just think I don't think it's weird. I think it's out of the ordinary. So like if a girl, like if I propose to my husband,
that's embarrassing.
Really? I could see that.
I think that's so embarrassing. Like no offense to like anybody that has done it or whatever, but I'm just one where like you will not see me bending on my knee proposing to a guy. That's not it.
That is true.
I'm gonna stick to the standards. Sorry.
I'm crying. All right, guys. Well, that was a quick little like 1-2. That was just really like a rant session, but thanks for tuning in to Dorm 101 podcast. The podcast has everything and nothing to do about college. I am your girl, Mike Gittins, and of course, here with Victoria. And we will see you guys in our next episode. Bye.